We're going to begin with a major shift in U.S. policy toward Ukraine. President Biden has authorized President Zelensky to use American-made weapons for deeper strikes inside Russia. Ukraine had been requesting permission to use the missiles for long-range attacks for some time now, but the U.S. had been concerned about potentially escalating the war.
No, they hadn't been. They weren't worried about escalating shit. They were worried about winning the election. And winning the election is the thing that was at the top of their mind. Kamala's winning the election so then they could go on and do what it is they're going to do anyway. But it didn't work out that way. She lost. And we still got Biden, who's willing to put us in World War III. Just because he's old, he got nothing to lose. I have no idea what kind of legacy he's trying to leave, if he's trying to leave a planet. I mean, what he's doing over there, allowing Zelensky to fire into Russia, deep into Russia with U.S.-made weapons, just pretty much puts us at war with Russia. There's no other way you can say it. If somebody fired a Russian weapon into the United States, Russian-made, and Russia gave it to them, we'd be looking at Russia like they have blood on their hands. So it's a very, very serious situation. Joe Biden is, on his way out. He got nothing to lose. Is this fucking F you to the world, I guess, on the way out. But hopefully Trump can get in and calm this down. I wish he could calm it down from the outside. I wish he could just notify Zelensky and tell him, I don't give a damn what Biden told you. You need to back down and stop shooting weapons into Russia because it's going to be a problem.
At the same time, yesterday, apparently undeterred, Russia launched one of its largest attacks in months on Ukrainian civilians. MTS Tayab has our story.
They were targeted as they slept. At least 11 people were killed and dozens more wounded after what Ukraine has called one of the largest Russian missile and drone attacks since the start of the war. Much of it hitting the country's energy grid. Now, Ukrainian forces will be able to retaliate harder and further like never before, following President Biden's decision to allow the use of U.S.-supplied long-range missiles deep inside Russia.
When they launch those missiles into Russia and cause damage and death inside of Russia, it's not going to be nice. It's not going to be nice. We don't get to tell Russia at what level they're going to retaliate. We don't get to see that. They're going to do something and we're going to regret it. And it's going to be because of an old man who is listening to advisors who are war hawks. They want to attack. They got a president sitting there who will let them do pretty much whatever they want to do. And the United States doctrine is going to have to change or we will be in World War III. And in my personal opinion, launching American-made weapons into Russia is World War III. We have pretty much fired the first shots. We got enough going on in the Middle East, and we're pouring gasoline on Ukraine as well. So I don't know, maybe we just like wars.
The Army tactical missile systems travel at supersonic speed and has a range of up to 190 miles. For months, Ukrainian forces have been launching drone attacks into Russian territory, but with limited effect. President Vladimir Zelensky has welcomed the weapons. Strikes are not...
That dumbass president, he's been asking for us to launch weapons into Russia since the beginning of the conflict, probably. Anything the United States will give him, he'll use. But I do remember him actively seeking to increase the attacks into Russia and to ask for more sophisticated and devastating weapons from the United States and the world. And the United States was holding off because Kamala Harris was running for president. And they didn't want to sour the United States' stomach. But now that she's lost, Biden don't give a damn. He's full speed ahead, and we are about to escalate this war.
Made with words, he says, the missiles will speak for themselves. In September, Russian President Vladimir Putin issued a dire warning against allowing Ukraine to fire U.S.-supplied long-range missiles, saying it would mean that NATO countries, the United States, and European nations are parties to the war in Ukraine. Since then, Putin has dramatically raised the stakes by overseeing the deployment of at least 11,000 North Korean troops alongside Russian forces. While in the capital, Kyiv, a makeshift tribute has been set up to mark the 1,000th day of the war, as loved ones mourn the loss of tens of thousands of Ukrainians. And President Biden's decision has triggered a furious response from within Russia, with Russian lawmakers calling the move unacceptable and warning it could trigger what they called World War III. President Putin, however, has so far remained silent. Tony.
MTS, thank you.
Yeah, it's no matter for him to be speaking right now. I think Putin knows what he's going to do. And I believe that
we're going to begin with a major shift in U.S. policy toward Ukraine.
A very, very, very dangerous situation in the world. And we have other irons in the fire that need to be tended to. I really don't think Biden cares. He's not thinking long term. And I do believe that the United States has a devastating military. But does that mean that you just go and implement it on the world? You just go out and wipe people out and kill them just because you can? You use that power as an opportunity to be diplomatic and to negotiate and get non-peaceful ways of dealing with these things off the table. We have to deal with peace with the capabilities of the United States and the world. China, Iran, Russia, you know what I'm saying? North Korea. I mean, these are countries and we are not innocent in this. We're not innocent in this because we have an idea and a way that we want things to go doesn't mean it's the right way. That's all. And with Biden making decisions for the next 2 months, just pray, cross your fingers, and let's hope that somebody can come in there and advise the United States to go into kind of like neutral until our new president takes over. Because if the old president isn't fixing things last minute, as far as economics or the border, kind of clean up the house before he gets out of there, then he should shut down that other stuff because he's just trying to hurry up and do what he wanted to do anyway. And because his vice president lost, now he's acting desperately. We just can't roll like that, folks. It just ain't going to happen for us if we do it this way. Okay. We're going to wrap this one, folks. Please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.